Hey guys, it's been like a long time, like almost 5 months, so let's do this. So I got requested to do this everyday kind of makeup look. It's no foundation, kind of quick. It takes me like literally like 5 minutes, so that's what I'm gonna do today. I just moved, so I haven't like set everything up, and I've just been kind of trying to do everything as quick as possible. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Make sure that you hit subscribe. So I'm starting off with my brows, and this is a powder brow palette, and it's from Morphe, and I'm using the darkest shade in the palette because my hair is a lot darker now. Just taking a little spoolie and just brushing through them first. Sometimes like my moisturizer kind of like gets kind of chunky or whatever on my brow area. It's like the only part that does it, so I like to always brush through them 100% of the time just to make sure there are no chunks and of anything. Just not cute, so yeah. And then I'm just filling them in. I start by drawing a line underneath, and then I kind of like start pushing the product up and shape it how I want it, kind of following my natural brow, but my brows are not even whatsoever, so I only follow it to a point. Then I'm taking this NYX Beyond Coverage Concealer on a little flat brush and just cleaning up underneath my brows. Sometimes I clean up on the top, it just depends on like how messy I am, but I usually do the tail and underneath. And then just blending that out with my finger. So now that I have 2 eyebrows and some puppy kisses, I'm going in with my concealer. I'm using a Wet n Wild concealer and a Covergirl concealer. I'll leave the names underneath in the description bar. And I'm sitting in my living room because I don't have like my whole setup now that I am not in California yet, so yeah. And I just kind of mix the two. I put the darker one on first, then I go in with the Covergirl one because it's lighter, and I put it right over top of the darker one. And I'm just putting it on all the high points of my face, then taking a damp beauty blending sponge. This is not actually from Beauty Blender, it's like a Real Techniques one. And I'm just using kind of little bouncing motions and blending it into my skin. I take whatever's under my eye, and I like to not place it right underneath my lash line, but a little bit lower, and then I bring it up with the blending sponge, and then up onto my eyelid as well. Now I'm setting my face. I like to use a pressed powder that's colored because it just seems to work a little bit better for my skin. I'm getting older, getting wrinkles, stuff like that, so it just helps it not to like sit into those and like emphasize them, because it's definitely not what I want. And I notice I don't get as much drying. So I'm curling my lashes and then throwing on a little bit of mascara. So depending on like how much time I have, sometimes I literally have like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't put lashes on. I'll just throw on mascara and just run out the door. It also snows and like rains a lot where I'm at, so obviously if it's raining, just throw on some mascara and call it good. But today I decided to pop on some lashes. So while my mascara is drying, I like to go in and just go ahead and contour my face. I use the lightest contour shade in this palette, and it's just a powder contour. Really easy to blend. I really like this specific palette. And then just putting that in all the regular kind of contour areas. Since I am going a little bit more natural, I do want it to look a little bit more natural, so I'm not going like super ham, with bronzer. And I do tend to go a little bit darker like in my cheekbone area versus like the rest of my face, just because that's how I like it. And I'm using these 2 liquid lipsticks. One's from Smashbox, it's this one, and it is in the color Stepping Out. Literally like my favorite lipstick. I wear it like almost every single day. It's my favorite. And the other liquid lipstick is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it is in the color Stripped. And my lips are really uneven, so I had to like pull out this little mirror and just make sure, because I have a hard time like getting them to be completely even. So if you have that problem too, like, yeah, the struggle is real. Like it's just takes some time. Then I like to take my little flat brush that I use to clean up my eyebrows, and I just take a tiny bit of concealer and just go around it, because this color is dark. And like I said, my lips are uneven, so it just kind of helps clean it up. You can even things out if they're a little bit off, you know, stuff like that. And then taking the stripped from ABH, and I'm just popping that in the center of the lips, and then just kind of patting it with my finger to blend it out. It just gives a little bit of like a difference. Just a little bit lighter part of my lip. And sometimes I'll just wear the Smashbox one by itself, like it's gorgeous by itself, but I was just feeling this kind of vibe today. Now I'm using these lashes. These are from Koko lashes. And I had kind of swapped the camera, so I'm sorry if it's like the color is a lot different, but I just kind of thought it was easier to see. I should have filmed from this angle the whole time, so I apologize. But the lash glue that I like to use is the one from Tarte, because it doesn't have formaldehyde or latex in it, and it works really freaking good. So yeah, and I'm just popping that sucker on. And then of course, you know, we need two of them, so like, come on girl, get done. There you go, get your other one, put it on. There we go, yeah, we need two lashes. Kind of helpful. And I use tweezers to put these on, but you don't need to use tweezers, you can just use your fingers. If you do decide to use tweezers like I do, just be very, very cautious that you don't poke yourself in the eye or, you know, damage your lashes or anything. I just kind of place them down, and then I like squeeze my real lashes and the fake lashes together with the tweezers, and it like gets them really, really close to my lash line, so that way, since I'm not wearing liner or anything, I don't need to hide the band. Makes it look a lot more natural. And I was gonna do a hair tutorial, decided not to because I didn't like it, but I am using some dry shampoo and then kind of just giving it a, brushing it and then kind of teasing it with my brush a little bit and calling it a day. And I was very into the music, so sorry guys if you're not into my lip syncing, but yeah. My hair is super staticky. If you guys have any tips on like any of you hair people how to get rid of that, it is much appreciated if you would comment it below, because it drives me insane. Now I'm just going back in with mascara and just going on my top lashes and just making sure my lashes are blended with my falsies.